you see sparsely populated Harry's head. And I mean, it's the whole thing's...
Treat, a top Hollywood insider tells you to scoop. Everyone is smiling on the outside.
It always kicks off with a trailer, a tiny 92-second tease meant to spark hype, buzz, and excitement, but this time the vibe flipped fast. This time Meghan Markle didn't just spark a convo, she blew open a global wildfire with 3 seconds of footage nobody on this planet was braced for. It wasn't the storyline, it wasn't the artsy shots, it wasn't even Meghan dropping her dramatic, reinventing the narrative moment. The whole world locked onto one thing, Prince Harry's hairline.
Well, he undoubtedly will. He'll be a bald 50-year-old prince that, a gentleman, someone formerly known as Prince.
And not just any hairline either, but a hairline the internet instantly declared straight up missing within the first hour. X, formerly Twitter, went wild. And "Where is Harry's hair?" shot up the global charts like a rocket. Memes were popping out everywhere, multiplying like they had their own business plan. And someone even made a GoFundMe called "Bring Back the Prince's Crown." Meanwhile, the whole world was cracking up like they were watching a comedy special. But Harry was heating up fast. Insiders close to the palace, the type who only speak when the drama is nuclear, claimed Harry had no clue his hairline was the grand centerpiece of Meghan's With Love Meghan trailer. He thought he signed up for healing, growth, Christmas vibes, maybe a fresh new direction, but instead, the opening scene, the money shot, the one meant to sell the whole story, was a slow-motion, Ultra HD zoom into the back of his head, showing a bald spot so bright you could chart stars on it. The internet crowned it with a name, the Montecito eclipse, and when Harry saw the clip, sources say he literally yelled, "Why would you put that in?" But here's the twist. Meghan didn't just sign off on that shot, she fought for it. It's real, it's authentic, it's vulnerable, people love vulnerability. She insisted with full confidence. Harry didn't feel vulnerable at all. He felt exposed, ambushed, and straight up unprepared.
First time since we were boys, I took it all in. His familiar scowl, which had always been his default.
Witnesses said the Montecito house went from peaceful to chaotic in under a minute, like someone hit an emotional emergency button. Harry stormed through rooms demanding re-edits, explanations, and what he called scalp respect. One insider said, "We haven't seen him this upset since the Whole Foods paparazzi incident." And what pushed it even harder was Meghan's reaction. Calm, smooth, PR mode voice. She told him, "Harry, darling, the hairline is part of the journey." That line hit him like a truck, and he fired back, "My hairline doesn't need a journey," before pulling the move every spouse recognizes as the sign someone's losing it. He grabbed his phone and started texting the lads. Not just any friends, the day ones, the old crew from before documentaries, branding and candle launches. One friend even texted back, "Bro, what did you think marriage to a producer meant?" But the meltdown kept rolling because moments later, the trailer leaked. Not the polished version, the raw, cut, uncoloured, rough audio version. And that version had a drone shot of Harry's head from straight above like some aerial documentary of a canyon. Fans went wild.
We had a very similar traumatic experience. And then
And one YouTuber even asked, "Who approved this, NASA?" Inside the mansion, Harry was pacing non-stop, muttering to himself and sipping chamomile like it was something stronger. Meghan was juggling 3 phone calls. The editor, the exec producer, and crisis PR, tossing out lines like, "Lean into the conversation," and "Own the narrative" every few seconds. Harry did not want to trend. But the real snap happened when Netflix called to congratulate them. They said the trailer was performance gold, especially the hairline shot. An insider said Harry just stared at Meghan afterward, blinking like his soul had stepped out of his body for a moment. "Why did you do this?" he whispered. And then Meghan dropped the real twist. She didn't defend it with artistic talk or authenticity speeches. She simply said, "Harry, it tested incredibly well, incredibly well." That bald spot had focus group power. Hollywood folks loved it. Staff inside the house tried so hard not to laugh, they reportedly ducked into the pantry and pretended to organize gluten-free crackers until their faces calmed down. And no, the chaos didn't stay in Montecito. Within hours, late-night hosts were firing off jokes. TikTokers were remixing the shot into music videos. A London barber went viral offering the Sussex special. And an AI artist posted a full-hair fantasy render of Harry that pulled in 1 million likes in 8 hours. But the coldest hit came from a UK tabloid headline, "Hair today, gone tomorrow." Harry tossed his phone onto the couch and said, "Of all the things they could attack, it's this." Meghan remained calm, sliding into full Ted-style voice. "This could be a moment of empowerment, Harry. Balding is normal. Men go through it every day."
Loss in the vertex and a deceptively intact hairline. Now, things only got worse since then, and as the media likes to point out, his hair...
You're helping people by losing hair. That line did not land well. Sources say Harry went upstairs for a full hour, no explanation, while Meghan took a call about merchandising deals. When he finally came back down, he was wearing a baseball cap indoors with all the curtains shut. Staff didn't say a single word. They wanted to keep their jobs, but the tension was thick. And just when Harry thought the chaos might slow down, Meghan's team booked a full press day for both of them. With the hairline front and centre, Harry begged to at least wear a hat, but Meghan shut it down instantly. "You're a prince. Princes don't wear baseball caps in interviews." If Harry thought the internet dragging his hairline was bad, he clearly wasn't ready for what came next. The moment Meghan's trailer hit 10 million views, the global media machine didn't just wake up. It laced up, grabbed coffee, and sprinted like someone stole its crown. Morning shows dissected Harry's hairline as if the fate of the monarchy depended on it. A BBC commentator actually said this might be the most dramatic royal development since Prince George shoved another kid off a swing. Australian hosts roasted him so hard that one of them actually apologised mid-laugh, tears streaming down her face. And in America, entire podcasts popped up titled things like "Harry's Hairline Trauma Explained." And did Meghan do him dirty? That was the million-dollar question. Was she shielding Harry, or was she publicly sabotaging him? Inside Montecito, the tension was brittle, like a house after someone microwaved fish. Harry tried pretending he was fine. He tried acting unfazed. He even tried meditating in the backyard, until a drone flew overhead filming the eclipse in real time. The neighbours were probably wondering what the chaos was all about. But the moment the Daily Mail dropped the headline, "Experts say royal balding is accelerating," he cracked. Storming into the kitchen, baseball cap still on, he yelled, "I'm calling Netflix! I want that scene removed! I want all the scenes removed!" Meghan didn't even look up from her iPad. "Harry, it's already gone viral. Taking it out now only sparks more questions," she said, calm as someone who's fought media wars for decades. "This is how storytelling works. Storytelling. My hair is not a story arc," he shouted, but the plot had already twisted into a pretzel. Netflix loved the chaos. They saw social engagement numbers shooting up like rockets. They emailed Meghan's team with confetti emojis. Someone in marketing even suggested turning Harry's hairline into a recurring visual motif throughout the series. Harry nearly passed out when the new promotional poster leaked online. There was Meghan, glowing, centered, flawless, and behind her, slightly out of focus, Harry, hatless, scalp exposed, backlit like it was intentional. Twitter lost it. Whoever lit that shot deserves an Oscar. The shadow on his scalp was working harder than the entire production crew. Meghan called it vulnerability, and she delivered big. Harry stared at the poster, muttering, "They're trolling me. My own team is trolling me." And he wasn't entirely wrong. In a moment of chaotic honesty, the editor confessed during a call, "We didn't mean to highlight it. The lighting just picked up. The texture. Harry stared into the distance like a battle-hardened vet, remembering the trenches. While Harry reeled, Meghan moved like a general planning a campaign. 3 calls an hour, PR chief drafting statements, stylist planning the next narrative shift, lawyer warning her, "Your husband's distress could become a legal liability." That finally got her attention. Meanwhile, at the palace, staff were watching with binoculars and popcorn. A quiet memo circulated. "Do not comment. Observe only. This will burn itself out." But Charles allegedly couldn't help himself. An insider claimed he walked into a meeting, sat down, cleared his throat and said, "Good Lord, could they not have airbrushed him?" "Just a bit," William, overhearing, allegedly muttered, "Father, don't encourage them." Meanwhile, staff were gossiping like teenagers at a sleepover. One source whispered, "He left the royals for privacy, and now we've all seen more of his scalp than we ever expected." Even courtiers were texting each other in disbelief. Then the real shock arrived when an unexpected voice stepped in. A royal dermatologist appeared on a morning show to offer commentary. He didn't hold back. "Balding is normal. he said. However, lighting choices can dramatically alter perception. This appears to be unfavourable lighting. Unfavourable lighting. Harry watched the clip, jaw dropped. They're doing analysis now, he whispered. But Meghan wasn't focused on the analysis. She was focused on the opportunity. She called a meeting in their living room, assistant PR, brand managers, the whole squad, and announced, "We're not fighting the narrative, we're using it." Harry looked at her like she'd started speaking ancient Sumerian. "What does that mean?" he asked. "Smooth as ever," she said. "We lean in, we humanise you. We turn this into a conversation about men's insecurities." Harry choked on his tea. "I'm not insecure." Everyone in the room stared at his hat indoors at night. Silence reigned. But the silence was screaming louder than words. Then Meghan brought out the final blow. "A brand wants to partner with you." Harry blinked. "Partner? On what?" She smiled, like a chess player putting a queen in checkmate. "A men's hair wellness campaign." Harry put his hands on his head, hat and all, and groaned so deeply it echoed off Montecito walls. But the madness didn't end there. That same night, the palace made its move. Not a statement, not a press release, a quiet, unofficial call. The kind where nothing is written, but everything is meant. The message was simple: keep the hat on. Apparently, the palace was terrified that Harry's hairline drama would overshadow the king's upcoming charity event. Harry stared at Meghan after the call, stunned. "They're telling me to cover it up." Meghan sighed, tapping her iPad. "See? Even they think it's an issue. That's why we control the narrative." Harry dropped onto the couch, defeated. "I just wanted the documentary to be about healing," he whispered. Meghan patted his knee gently. "It is healing, Harry," she said. He glanced at her. "Then why is my hair the main character?" She smiled sympathetically, but there was strategy in her eyes because right now, the world is watching. Every camera, every smartphone, every social feed was locked on them, and Meghan knew exactly how to turn it into an empire of engagement. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment below. You don't want to miss how this royal saga unfolds next.